you got to be able to make stuff, and you got to be able to think outside the box. Actually, there is no box. All right. Morning, friends. Welcome back to the House of Tone. Yesterday, I put up a video about getting the rotor out of an Eastman 832. I also have in the shop this beautiful Miraphone 1291. So that's the configuration that I was talking about yesterday with 4 piston valves, 1 rotor. The rotor is down here, okay? Not to be picking on anybody. Our job as a repair technician, we have to figure out ways to put things back together. Take things apart, put back together. That's what we have to do. Manufacturers make things. They don't consult us. I'm not picking on anybody, but it's our job to figure out how to get it done. That's what we have to do. That's why you have to be able to make your own tools. End of story. If you don't believe that, that's cool. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. But I'm telling you, in my experience, you got to be able to make stuff, and you got to be able to think outside the box. Actually, there is no box. There is no box, okay? So we're going to put the rotor back in this today. Real quick, I'm on fire this morning. Let me bring in and show you what the problem is we're having to make up for today. 4 pistons. Roll it over. There's our rotor. Cool. Got a long rod. Trigger system activates up here. There we go. And then the ball is down here. So kicks, goes under the slide, comes down, actuates the rotor. That's all good. Let's flip it over. Okay, now you've got a tube in your way, so let's move this around so that you can see better. There is where we put our rotor in, and it has a traditional bearing plate and cap, which I will show you in a minute. I only have 2 hands and one of them's holding the camera. The problem is that we cannot, this is a normal straight setter, does not fit. I made long ones to get through Miraphones. It will not set. You can see that it's not centered, so this will not work. You cannot set the bearing plate on there straight. So you have to come up with this kind of a device. It's got to be a swivel head so that you can set it on there from the side, cover the whole thing, come out between the tubes, and give it a set. And I'm going to demonstrate this as I put the rotor back in. These tubes are in the way. They always are, okay? So I wasn't picking on Eastman when I was saying, oh, you have to make this tool to come out the back. I don't know if it's good design or bad design, and it really doesn't affect me because I just fix things. But fixing things means that you have to make tools to be able to do specific jobs. With this, I can come in at an angle between the tubes and put the bearing plate and set everything into position. It's a cool tool. You need one. So here you can see that we have just the traditional setup. The rotor, the bearing plate, and the rotor cap, okay? So this is all standard. Put the oil, drop it in. Make sure that the oil spins around. I've got my bearing plate, line up my mission mark like this. And this is what I was saying. I can't get in and cleanly set the bearing plate. None of these will allow me. I want that bearing plate, I want it to set evenly. I don't want it to be kicked off to one side like this because it'll bind the rotor. I need it to be set flat. And none of these will allow me to get in to do that. So I made this guy so that I can be offset at an angle, but yet the plate is still down. So I can come in, see that, and come at this angle and you can hear it set into place. And check with the spin. I like the spin that's in. So that's it. That's all you got to do. And now let's figure out a way to dump oil all over the rest of the horn to oil the top of the rotor. Okay. Not really straight ahead, but semi-straight ahead. Get our stop arm installed. And the screw locked down for that. All right. And now let's get the mini ball screw. Get the mini ball in. Okay, now let's lubricate the uni balls. All right, there we go. Add a tip, put a little bit of linkage oil in your Amato water keys to keep them from seizing up. Do that every so often. All right, friends, so that's it. I just wanted to show another way that we have to overcome problems. And it's just part of what we do, right? And I know that a lot of you out there are also coming up with creative solutions all the time. And that's one of the things about this job, this profession, this trade. We're constantly figuring what problem are we going to have to solve today and overcoming that problem and what we're going to have to make to do the job. I'm going to get this finished up, but I wanted to show that to you. Keep that in mind. Always be open. And hope all your repairs come out great. Thanks for the support as always. This is Wes Lee signing out.